Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, May 6, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are trading lower by $2.75, make that $3 now, to around $18.73 per contract. So it's a little bit of a dip here, and what's the reason for it? Well, it looks like basically we have a sell-off in the dollar-yen. You see the dollar-yen really selling off, and that's causing a little bit of a disruption. But if the dollar-yen bounces, and I think it could, if the dollar-yen bounces here, that could help lift the futures right back up. So, again, we'll see how this plays out once the opening bell rings. Right now it's 8:49 a.m., so we still have some time to go before the opening bell, which is at 9:30 East Coast time. But right now, futures are trading a little bit to the softer side, to the lower side. They're down about 3 points, and we'll see how that plays out on the back of the weaker dollar-yen. There are a lot of stocks out here reporting earnings, so we're going to jump right into that. We're going to start off with Mosaic first. Mosaic is one of the leading ag stocks in the world. Stock closed at $49.71. It's trading at $49.30. The only level I see for Mosaic today that really looks interesting to me would be around $48, $48.05, somewhere in that vicinity, give or take 5 cents. Around the $48 area, I think that's where traders can look to scalp long Mosaic. This would be, a scalp trade is nothing more than a quick day trade lasting between 10 and 30 minutes. So, again, I do like that level, though, around $48.10 for Mosaic if the stock does trade down there. Everybody's heard of AIG, big insurance group. Stock reported earnings yesterday after the closing bell. Stock closed at $52. It is now trading at $51.49. What can we make out of it? The only level I'm seeing for this equity is around $49.75, maybe $49.73. Right around there, that's where you could play this one for a scalp bounce. There's nothing really to do either way at the moment. Let's take a look at Merck. It looks like they sold a unit today. I forget exactly what they sold. I'm not sure. I think they sold their U.S. consumer brands to German's Bayer for $14.2 billion. So I'm not sure exactly. I think that was the deal. But Merck is trading higher right now. It's trading at around $59.50. There's still a lot of resistance here. The stock could go up to around 62, so I would not get in front of it on the short side. But Merck making a deal today for the tune of $14 billion. That should be decent. I don't know if we're going to see much upside here, but the stock does have upside to around the 62 level. I would not be shorting this one. All right, let's take a look at DirecTV. It looks like they reported earnings. Ticker symbol is DTV. You're going to see the stock trading around $81. It closed at $79.84. The stock has upside potential to around $82.50. It could stall there, $82.50, $82.75. But being that you've had a 3-day pullback, that's a pretty strong gap higher. So all in all, the stock could trade up a little bit. I would be careful on the short side with this one, although I do expect it to stall out around $82.50 to $83. All in all, it can trade a little bit higher, especially if the markets hold up today or they're strong. So we'll keep that on the radar, but there's not much we want to do with that one. Let's take a look at Vornado Realty. VNO is the ticker symbol. Stock closed at $103.54. It's trading at $103.54 now. Looks like there was a move up to 109. I'm not sure if that's a true print or not, but either way, the stock has upside to around 106, 106 and a half. On the downside, though, I would be a buyer of Vornado, VNO, at around 97.80. So keep that level on the radar if it does sell off. 97.80 is your level there. Now, Athena Health, this is a stock that was just hammered yesterday after David Einhorn said he is short the company. Stock right now is trading at around $113. Closed yesterday, I believe, at $126.78. This is a weak gap lower. We're going to look to pick this one up at some point today. So I'll have that posted up in the chat room if anybody is interested in it. But we will look to pick this one up today if it does come down to one of our levels. But Athena Health getting absolutely annihilated. And don't forget, the stock has fallen now from, basically in March it was trading at $200 a share. It's now at $113 a share. So it really has fallen off of a cliff. And that's a good move lower. But keep Athena. We'll keep that on the radar today for a gap play. Let's take a look at APC, Anadarko Petroleum. The stock reported earnings as well. It's trading at 102 a share. I really don't see a lot of upside here. I don't have a great level because it is approaching, I believe, all-time highs. So again, a very, very tough short. But if you own it, I would start to just trail the stop loss. I would not be looking to buy more up here at these levels. Anadarko should be stalling out around this, somewhere in this general vicinity. Is very, very overbought, even though it does have a bullish pattern on the daily chart. When I look at the weekly chart, this is going to be a lot of resistance. It's going to be very hard to go much higher from this point. Looking at the gold market today, gold is down about $1.80, which is a little bit surprising since dollar-yen is lower. But gold futures right now are trading at 1307.50, down about $1.80. Let's go to the GLD. GLD's trading right now at 125.95. It closed at 126.22. I don't know if there's much we could do with gold at the moment. We really need to see a much better pattern. But right now it's holding up fine. There doesn't seem to be any real problem here. Let's take a look at the oil market. Crude oil right now is flat on the day, $99.47. It's actually down a penny. We can't make much out of the oil market right now. If you take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for trading light sweet crude, still trading at 36.22. So there's really no problem here with oil. Oil and gold are essentially flat on the session. Oil in particular has a lot of geopolitical events surrounding it. So you want to be a little bit careful there with the oil market, but I'm not seeing anything great or terrible at the moment. So we'll remain more of a neutral bias when it comes to oil today. So with that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here today, short and sweet. Again, futures are down about 3 points, 3.25 points at the moment. They have really been sliding since 3 o'clock in the morning. If that dollar-yen continues to go lower, remember, futures will go lower. If the dollar-yen bounces once the opening bell rings, generally the futures will bounce. That's kind of the way it works, and we'll see how it all plays out and shakes out today. It's going to be an interesting session, to say the least. There are a lot more earnings plays. We're going to have some gap plays in the chat room that I did not talk about today. They'll be posted up there in a little while, and we'll see what this market does and what it gives us. But again, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.